Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kim. Today I want to make a shabby chic journaling card, and it's going to be layered. I know for new people, and one thing for me, I wish I had learned how to layer more when I first started, because I think layering gives you just some extra prettiness to add to all your items. Instead of just putting like this image down on this and calling it a journal card. That's just me though, but I thought maybe you would like to see how I do it and maybe get some ideas. First I want to, let's just cut this image out real quick. This is a what I would call shabby vintage, but I'm gonna harvest this or cut this out from this. This is Lenny's Paper Treasures, one of her kits. I think it's the Dusty Rose kit. She has some really pretty digitals, so if you haven't checked her out, go by and check her out. And I just want to cut this off, and I may be using some more elements of this sheet as we go along. So I've got this one out, and now I just want to use this, and I'm going to use my tear ruler. If you don't have a tear ruler, you don't have to worry about it. You can just cut it out with fancy scissors or just cut it out straight. This is just something I want to do, and I'm not even sure if I'll even use this. I mean, if you'll even be able to see that I've torn it out, but still gonna cut that down because it's still, this size would be a good journal topper, and you can create a journal topper with this also, but I just want to do a journaling card. I'm hoping that I won't measure anything. I usually just kind of eyeball everything, so it may look a little off, but that's okay. I think by the time we get everything on it, it's may not even matter. So now we've got a pretty good size journaling card. Now I've got to decide if I think I want her to go this way. So I want that pink showing, and also let me get this out. I may have cut it down just a little bit too much, but I'm going to go and just give this little snip rounded corners to my page. This I wanted to kind of, let me tear this down also. Kind of wanted to wrap it around. I've seen LaRonda do this, and I like the way it looks. And I should have used my corner for my not corner, my little tear ruler for this, but I'm just going to use my hands and see how that looks. And instead of using the like that off-white or cream colored music pages, the vintage music pages, this one is more white, and it'll give it that shabby chic look. And then I've got this too that I want to cut down. I'm just getting things to layer and stack all this on too. This is another one of Lenny's Paper Treasures digitals. And I kind of pulled these roses. I thought that would match pretty good. Get this torn down. It has been so cold here that my craft room is it's inside my house. I have an area outside in the garage that I'm wanting to eventually do something with. It's got a lot of my stuff in there. But anyway, wrong way. Do it this way. I want that music to show. And I may not be able. There we go. Do it this way. And this way. I'm just checking it out. Because I wanted to use some of that too, but maybe I should have used a bigger piece of pink. So I want to get all this in somehow. So what I'll do is even cut this down further. Yeah, so it's heated in here, but I've got the vent off because I do live in Florida and it's very warm, and it gets really warm in these small rooms, and I just hadn't climbed up there to get the vent put back on because, you know, it's not going to stay cold here long. I'm hoping not anyway. But it's been extremely cold, and I'm talking about like in the 20s at night. And not getting above 40 during the day. So that's pretty cold for Florida. But, so yeah, my glue's kind of been thick and not having a hard time with it coming out. So I just ended up getting some of the little tacky glue that I had. That's kind of helped a little bit. Okay, so now I want to put this down. And before I'm gluing, I'm just kind of checking everything out to see what it's going to look like. And I will probably cut some of this bulk off of here. So, I like that. That's cute. But I may even cut her down a little bit. Let me see what I do with my scissors. I just had them. Yeah, I just can't keep up much of anything lately. I mean, I just had them right here. So let's get these. I'll just cut some of the dark part off her. Just kind of cutting her down so I can use some of the other items that I have. We will redo this. Okay, yep, and I may be able to, like, maybe just get even just a little bit of this layered in there. And no, I'm not going to ink my pages. I don't like, when I'm working with Shabby Chic stuff, I don't like any ink on my pages. If you do, that's fine. You can do that, but I prefer not any ink. A lot of people will use the pink. I don't use anything. Or I haven't used anything. I do like gold. So that would be another thing too. Alright, let me see if I can use my little glue over here. See what it's going to do. It may not come out as fast as I like it. I don't think it'll take much. And you see how I just trimmed those corners to get that, it really doesn't take a lot of glue. I can always come back. I took those corners off. I think it's got a need to probably, kind of get over here and work with this little, and it's not a lot left in the glue too, but I needed to work and get that unstopped a little bit. I didn't put enough right here in this corner, and I'll put it just a little bit there and a a little bit here. Still don't want to stick. And if it don't stick, this time I'll get my hot glue out, because I'm not afraid to use it. And it doesn't take much, just a little bit to tack that down. And it's a lot faster. Okay, so we've got that. Oh no, I meant to put that down before I laid this down. Let me see if I can just peel this back just a little bit. I can. I wanted that under there. Get my little tacky glue out. It'll be a lot faster for us. Maybe. Got a little orange in there from a... I actually need to get some of those. That's been on my list to get some stainless steel pens. And that's got so much glue, you just want to make sure that you get that spread out even. And I didn't spread it over here, so let me put a little, see if I can get that stuck down. Like so. And that's okay if that hangs out, no big deal. You can either clip it off or I'm going to let it fly just like that. This out of the way. Put this pen back in here. Maybe I can use that glue after a while. Okay, so now I'm ready for her. And you could, like I said, just edge this with some gold if you'd like. I think I want to put her maybe right here. She don't have to be right in the middle. And look, on the back is this, but you can put another piece of paper, and I'll show you like that so you'll have some journaling space. Okay, so I'll take this again. I'm going to try my best not to put so much of it on here. Get those edges more than anything. Alright, so I got her on. Okay, so I also have this cool texture paste and this Tim Holtz. I actually love polka dots, so what I want to do is maybe just put some right along here in that dark area, just a strip right there, and I'll show you what I do with that. This is just texture paste. I'm not sure. I think I got this at Walmart actually, but that is not. I should have stirred that up a little bit and put it on a little palette or something, but I'll just do it right here. Just mix that in, and you can also mix in, kind of hold that down tight. You can also mix in paint and to make it different colors with your texture paint or texture paste. I'll just bring that, and then you want to just not do like that. I just smeared it, but pull it up. But that's okay. You see those dots, and that's what you want. Let me put this, flip this over like this. Put that on the side of the desk, and this actually needs to dry. So what I want to do is just take my little dryer real quick and dry it. And I won't bother y'all with that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now that is dry, and that is what that looks like. As you can see, it's raised up. I like that effect. You could have even put some pink in there and made some little pink polka dots. Love the polka dots. So right here, I've got this little piece of fabric someone gifted me and some Happy Mail, and I love it. I use it quite a bit, and I just want to cut a piece off of this. Like so. And I think I'll just put this like that. I like the way that looks. So what I want to do, you can use your glue gun or you can use some Fabri-Tac. I'm going to use a little Fabri-Tac maybe. Got that little yucky on there. Let me get that off and then maybe it will come out. I'm just having a hard time with my glues, I'm telling you. But it does not take much. And you can use your glue gun also. Maybe I can get that on there with that. And use what you have. There's just all kinds of things you can use. So that gives it a little extra. And then I've got this, and I think I want to string this. This is beautiful. I got this from Lisa's shop, and I'll actually link her shop down below. She has absolutely beautiful French and Shabby Chic kits available in her Etsy. It's really real French stuff from France. So what I want to do with this is put, I think, 2 holes in here because I'm gonna try to, uh-oh, I got something on my hand. Let me get a wipe. Hold on one second. Look at some of that paint. It is. I got some paint on. No, glue from where I was trying to use my glue earlier. Okay. Love those baby wipes. They come in handy. All right, so I'm going to try to put this about right through here. Estimate, you know, I don't measure anything. I need to, probably. So what I want to do, and some really pretty pink tulle or any kind of lace bits and pieces would be pretty. And I'll just layer, get this right through there. And we'll make I'll just make sure it's kind of even, and then I'll make my bow. Okay, let's see how this looks. Trying to get it all even. And going the way I want it to. Sometimes you just kind of have to play with it just a little bit to get it how you want it. Let's see. It's getting smaller and I wanted the bows bigger, so gotta figure out how to get this like that. I'm gonna have to learn how to make the bows that you can do with 2 fingers, and it looks so pretty. I don't know how to do that. Never taken the time. But I need to, because they're really pretty. So I've got a little bit of overhang, and that's okay. And actually, to make it stay better, you can put a little dab of glue, which I will do in just a minute. Let me cut this down. I like doing mine in little angles. And that, oh, that fabric's so pretty. Yeah, wrong way. I'll do it this way. Okay, I got my little bow like that. That still looks a little off. Okay, I'm trying to get those bows even. You can have it hanging down or straight, however you'd like it. I think I want her showing, so I don't want it too. So I think I'm going to put a little glue right through here. Like so. I could fiddle with this bow, but I will not continue to do it. I'll do it off camera. Okay, so we've got this. Now, I'm needing some more stuff. Let me see what I have in my little stash. A really pretty button would be cute. And, let's see, I've got this pretty. This come from Lisa also. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see, I think I'd like to layer maybe some of this on there. I wouldn't mind having something right through here. Let me see. Maybe some cheesecloth. See what I have I can add. I do like the cheesecloth, especially this white. Here's a little piece. So I'll get this and kind of spread it out. So we're just adding dimension and fibers and all that good stuff right through here. Still showing you a little white. So that's good. I'm probably come back and maybe mess around with this bow a little bit. I would like a pink button. I'm not sure if I can find one, but that would even look pretty. So I do want to use this, and I'll just use my glue to just put that down. You can spread that out some, like so. And I'm still wanting, I think, some of this, but let me see where I want it. I kind of like that too. That's pretty. You can even add some over here, or we can add it on the bottom. Okay, let's do it on the bottom, I think. Get it going the right way. Try to put that in the middle, and I can always come back and cut these off. Okay, see if I can get my Fabri-Tac to work. There we go. We have that hanging off, and I will come back and cut that. Just give it just a minute to dry. Still not sure which one to put. I still wouldn't mind having a let's see if I have any bling I can use, maybe. Let's see. I do have some bling. Open this up. This is pretty. Yeah, I like that. We'll use that. I do want a little bow, but that's okay. We don't have to have one. All right, so I'll get my hot glue to put this on. And I'm just gonna take this and I am gonna press that on. Want that glue and fibers to get all in. And see, that's just hanging. I can just come back and put a little dab right there so it's not hanging off. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip it over. I don't know what happened to those scissors. I just had them, y'all. It was like it grew legs and took off. I'll leave that there, but I don't need this hanging. So I'll get that out of the way and hopefully just trim off this pink like so. Okay. Got a little fabric. You can even put like a little charm right here. That would be cute. Okay, so I love her. You can either put, let's put, you could even make it just like a little journaling card on the back and make a pocket and just stick a little piece of pretty paper to write on. That would be cute. Go ahead and cut this down a little bit. And we'll glue this on so you'll have something to write on the back. I probably should have done it this way. I'm having a hard time. Uh-oh. There we go. That's okay. Get this one because I just think it would look better. This little ruler, my cardstock does not tear really well with it. That looks crazy lopsided. And it kind of looks wonky, but hey, it'd be all right. I'm gonna kind of trim this down just a little bit more, maybe. That would be so pretty with some gold around it, I think. So, let me see. Use this tacky glue. And I want to be able to write on this, so I'm just going to use my finger. Spread this out, make a thin layer. That way it's not really bulky. Okay, and I'll just lay it down like so. Let me get a wipe. Love baby wipes for the craft room. Cleanup is really easy with them. Wipe my fingers off. And let's see, just kind of get that stuck there, and you can have a writing area on your journaling card. And you can even put something right here if you'd like. Why not? How about that? That'll be cute. Do a little cluster right there on the back side. Kind of jumble it up and lay it down like so. Little ribbon, little ruffle. And there we have it, guys. Uh-oh, I keep clicking that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that I have inspired you to create a little layered journal card where you can write on the back of it. And until next time, bye-bye.